In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create an animated COVID-19 vaccine efficiency percentage slide in PowerPoint. As you can see here, I have created these three syringes which is filled with different vaccine. This is the Pfizer, AstraZeneca and others, and I've just given some different color combinations here. And how this works is when I click, this syringe will go inside and then the droplets will come out from the needle, and then it will give you the percentage of efficiency. So let me just show you. When I click, you can see here it goes inside, the droplet comes out, and then it says 95% efficiency. And when I click, then the AstraZeneca comes and then it says 85% efficiency. And the last one, the others, you can just name it any other things, and then it says the 65% efficiency. So this is very good slide if you want to just do some comparison on the COVID-19 vaccine efficiency percentage. And if you like to join my channel or telegram group, you can just do it through with this link, and you can support my channel by watching the advertisement shown on this video for 30 seconds or clicking the advertisement link directly. And if you like to donate it, you can do it through PayPal or Patreon. The link is provided in the video description section. To make this video, I have used PowerPoint 2019 version. If you're using the older versions like 2007 or 2010, then some features might not be available. So I highly recommend you to use the latest version of PowerPoint. So let's start the tutorial. Add a new slide and change the background to any dark color background. In this case, I have taken the aqua color. Then I'm going to draw a syringe, and for that, go to insert shapes, select the rectangle, draw the rectangle. So depending on the requirement, you can increase or decrease the size, or later on, once we have finalized the syringe, we can just increase or decrease also, not a problem. So shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, make it white. And then I'm just going to add one more shape here. For that, go to insert shapes, and from the basic shapes, I'm going to select the trapezoid, draw the trapezoid. Again, shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, I'm going to make it white. And rotate, I'm going to rotate right 90 degrees. Let me just zoom in, and then I'm just going to place it here, and again align it, reduce the size. Okay, so again, depending on the requirement, you can increase or decrease the size. You can see here something like this I can make. Okay, and make sure that it is properly touching the first rectangle. And then I can add one more shape, which is again a rectangle. Draw a small rectangle here. Okay, again shape outline, make it no outline, shape fill, make it white, and then just put it here exactly in the middle. So something like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, let me just make sure that it is properly aligned in the center. I think this is properly aligned. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select all of this, go to shape format, merge shapes, and make it union. So I got one shape here now. So I'm just going to duplicate this one for my later use. Let me just keep it here, and then I'm going to work on this. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more trapezoid here. Again, from the basic shapes, draw the trapezoid, and shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, you can give some dark color. And then rotate again right 90 degrees, and just I'm going to place it here exactly by giving some gap here, something like this. And then I want to draw a needle. To draw a needle, what you can do is either you can use a rectangle or you can use the triangle also. Just draw a triangle. Okay, so generally the needle will not be like this. If you want, you can just make this one also a rectangle also. Just draw a rectangle, shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, you can give some light gray color. All right, and then the width, I'm just going to make it to maybe 0.03, something like this. And then if you want, you can just cut it from one side. So with the help of this rectangle, let me just zoom in. I'm just going to cut it one side. Okay, something like this. And I'm going to select this, hold the shift key, select this shape, merge shape, and I'm just subtracting this one. You can see here. and then let me just rotate it. You can see here I can just rotate it. Let me just zoom in, so you can see here I've just rotated, and then I'm just going to put it exactly here and send this to back. Now again, depending on the requirement, either you can increase or decrease the size. You can see here, so maybe I'm just going to make it 0.02. there's the needle size, and exactly put it in the center. So you can see here the needle is also ready. Now let's make the back side of the syringe. So go to insert shapes, select the rounded corner rectangle, draw a rounded corner rectangle, and you can see the small orange point. Just drag it inside, make it fully curved. Shape outline, no outline, and shape fill, you can give some gray color, and later on we can change also. Reduce the size and put it here. Let me just reduce the size further, so you can see here something like this. If you want, you can just further reduce it, and then I'm just going to put it here. So this is the front side is almost ready, and if you want to give some shadow effect also, you can give some shadow effect. You can see something like this. Now let's make the inside part where we push, and then the liquid or the injection comes out from this one. Okay, for that I'm going to insert shapes. I'm going to select one rectangle, draw a rectangle, maybe this much size. You can see here something like this. All right, maybe a little bit less, and make sure that it is properly aligned in the center. And for this one, let me just go to format shape, and I'm going to give some transparent look. Okay, and this one, shape outline, make it no outline. Shape fill, I'm going to make it white. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add one black rectangle here. Select the rectangle from the center till the end. You can see here, shape outline, make it no outline. Shape fill, make it black, and then you can, if you want, you can just make it somewhat transparent look. All right, and then let me just duplicate this, and then I'm just going to put it here. Reduce the size smaller than the first one, and put it here. Make sure that it is properly aligned in the center. Then I'm going to select all these three shapes by holding the shift key, press Ctrl G to group it, and then I'm just going to send this to back. So you can see here this is went inside now. Okay, so something like that. When we do animation, it looks something like this. So I'm just making it manually. So depending on the requirement, how much you want to go further, all those things, depending on that, you can increase or decrease the size of this. Now let's make the rubber inside. So go to insert shapes. I'm going to select the rounded corner rectangle, make it the same size, or let me just increase the size and make it fully curved. Shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, you can make it black. And then I can just reduce the size. Let me just zoom in here, and then I'm just going to place it here exactly, and then let me just reduce the size. Okay, I can reduce the width also. I'm going to add one more. Press Ctrl D to duplicate and put it here, and then I can add one more shape here. For that, go to insert shapes, select a rectangle, draw a rectangle, something like this. Shape outline, make it no outline. So you can see here I've just put this size, and then shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, I'm going to choose some light color. Then let me just bring it down here. Then I'm just going to cut from the top and the bottom. For that, go to insert shapes, select the oval shape, draw the oval shape. Let me just make it somewhat transparent so you know how much I'm going to cut it. So I'm just going to put it here, something like this. From the center, press Ctrl D to duplicate, and from the bottom also the same size. I'm just going to cut it. And then let me just select this shape, hold the shift key, select this one and this one, and on the shape format, merge shape, you can just see here I'm just going to subtract it, and then let me just put it here. I'll make it maybe somewhat transparent, and then I'm just going to put it here. All right, and then remove the transparency, and if you want, you can just give some gradient fill. So let me just make it only two stops. The one stop I'm going to give some darker color, and one side I'm just going to give somewhat lighter color. Okay, if you want you can just make it something like this or whichever way you want, and then select both of this and bring to front, and then I'm just going to select both of these three shapes, press Ctrl G to group it, or what you can do is you can just make it a union also. So don't make union, let me just group it something like this. All right, so it looks something, you can see here this rubber has been added here, and then what we need to do is we need to fill this with some vaccine or some liquid, where when I just click here it will just go inside and then it will come out through needle. So let me just select this and this shape and I'm going to group it, and then let me just send this to back. Okay, so you can see here, if you want you can just make it more transparent also so that it is clearly visible. The next thing what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate this, and then I'm just going to cut this part from this end. For that, go to insert shapes, select the rectangle, draw the rectangle covering this area only. So let me just select this, hold the shift key, select this blue rectangle, merge shape. You can see I can just intersect, and then here I'm going to give some different color. All right, and I'm just going to put it here. Let me just zoom in. You can see here, let me just make it somewhat transparent so exactly you know what I'm trying to do. Make sure that it is properly aligned, and then this needle and this also I can just select and bring to front, so it looks something like this. This is filled with this one. Now this area also I'm going to fill it, so I know that how much I need to cut. You can see here this area I need to cut from here. So go to insert shapes, again I'm from this side, I'm just selecting this one, and this area I'm going to cut it. You can see here I can just make it a subtract, and again I'm going to fill with the same color. Let me just zoom in and then put it exactly here. Maybe I have just make it somewhat transparent, so this also I'm going to make it transparent to same 28%. all right, and then let me just put it exactly. It should not feel that we have added two separate objects. Okay, so it looks something like this, you can see here. All right, so the injection is done, whatever that filling inside, and then what I'm going to do is I can just add some rounded corner rectangles here, and just to give some good design. So let me just fill this with white, increase some transparency level and increase the soft edges. You can see here, let me just increase it, and then I'm just going to put it here and press Ctrl D, add one more here so that it gives you kind of a 3D look or some glossy look. Now let's add some animations. So close the format background, go to go to the animations, enable the animation pane. I'm going to select this one, add animation, go to more motion paths, and then I'm just going to select the right, click OK. So you can see here, if I play, it comes something like this, but it's going way out of this one, so I have to just align it properly. So again, hold the shift key, then I want to bring it till here, maybe till here. All right, so if I play, it goes something like this. Okay, but the same time, even this also I need to move it. Okay, for that I'm not going to use the same motion path. I'm going to use a different animation which is under more exit effects, and you can see there's something called collapse. So select this collapse and click OK. And this collapse, how it works, you can see here it is coming from both directions, so I can just select and collapse. I can just say from or to right, so you can see here it is collapsing like that. First of all, I'm just going to the first animation, double click this one. I don't need the smooth end, you can see here, or if you want, remove the smooth start also. All right, timings, so medium I have just kept it, so it goes slowly. And here this also I need to select maybe the medium, or sometimes we need to just adjust it depending on the requirement. And then this one also I'm going to make it with previous. So if I play, you can see here it is perfectly going. You can see here, let me just do a slideshow. When I click, it goes, and then you can see here it is going perfectly all right. And then what I want to do is I just need to add some droplets which is coming out from the needle. For that, what I can do is I can go to insert shapes. I'm going to select the oval shape, draw the oval shape, shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, make it white. Then I want to give a shape of a drop. For that, right mouse click, edit points. You can see the top point, just drag this inside. You can see here something like this, and then I can just reduce it, the smallest one, the small size. You can see here something like this. Okay, and then I'm just going to put it here. All right, so something like this. And then what I want to do is I want this to drop it to the down. Okay, for that I can use two animations. So let me just select this and then go to the animations. The first, I'm going to add the animation which is wipe. Select from top, so it comes something like this, as if you feel that it is coming out from the needle. So let me just play again. For this one, you can see here it is coming like that, and then this should happen maybe with previous or after previous. You can see here, or maybe it should be with previous, and then let me just move it somewhere here. And then I'm going to add one more animation, add animation, go to the more motion paths, and I'm going to select down, click OK. So you can see here it is going down, so I don't want this much down, maybe here. And this one should happen again with previous. Again, double click this one. You can make it smooth start, no problem, or if you want you can just make it this one, the timings, and make it medium or fast. And then I want maybe 3 times it should happen. Okay, so what happens here now, if I just do this one, when I click, you can see here it is coming like this. So you can see here it is coming something like this. All right, so this is somewhat slow. You can just make it maybe somewhat faster also. And then one more animation which I'm going to add. Once this is done, it should disappear. Okay, so more exit effects, and then I'm just going to make it disappear. It's here, and click OK, and this should happen after previous. So let me just play now. When I click, it will move, and then it's come out, you can see here, and then that will disappear. So depending on your requirement, you can increase the speed, decrease the speed, so many things you can do it. So now I have made this syringe, so let me just move it up. You can see here now, depending on my requirement, if I want to add one more, I'm just going to duplicate this, and I'm just adding one more here. You can see here something like this. And then if you want to change the color of this, you can just give some different color combination. You can see here I can just give some different color combination. So it's so simple. And then if you want to add some text here like Pfizer or AstraZeneca or something else, and what is the percentage or the efficiency, so many things you can just do it here. So likewise, if you see here, I've just put it some circle here and just animated that one. So with this you can just make any text, or if you want to put the text on top of that also, it is possible to do it. Now let me just add one information here. Go to insert shapes, hold just select the oval shape, hold the shift key so that you get a perfect circle here. Okay, and then shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, make it black. Then I'm just going to insert some text here. For example, the efficiency is 95 or 92%. Make it a white font, center align, make it bold, increase the size, and put it exactly in the center of the oval shape. Select both of this shape, press Ctrl G to group it. You can see here. And then for this you can just add some animation. You can just add animation. Maybe you can just click on appear, or you can add maybe basic zoom also, and click OK. And this one, this is for this one, so you can just make it maybe with previous, and then you can just delay a little bit. All right, and then what you can do is if I just play, it goes and then it will give you the efficiency 92%. And you can just add the name of the vaccine like Pfizer, AstraZeneca, or any other information which you like to add it, you can add it here.